it's recording, guys.
Gonna start. Okay. Keanu, can I go ahead and start?
Go for it, Kyle.
Okay, sorry.
There you go.
Hey, congratulations all of you for making the merge. I expect you're all excited to be at this point. I can see it was a very tough pre-merge for some of you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and congratulate Chris. Well, flipping done on winning immunity. How does it feel? Do you feel like you needed it? Do you feel like you would have been a target had you not won it? How are you feeling with immunity tonight?
Feels pretty damn good. That's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Okay. Feels pretty damn good. And with that immunity challenge, you guys got to meet a survivor legend in the making. How does that feel? I'm going to ask this question towards Ali. How does that feel? Does it give some sort of encouragement from like meeting a two-time winner? Does it make you want to play the game harder? Does it give you more motivation? How did that challenge specifically feel for you?
That was definitely a huge surprise, and like obviously I was having a fangirl moment, as I'm sure we all were. So that was super cool, and it was really motivating. Swaps always scare me, and merges always scare me also, but that was super motivating, and it was a nice incentive, and I'm just happy to be here and that I made it that far where I was able to get that incentive to keep chugging along here. So let's go, I guess.
Yeah. And with that, you guys all made it here. The theme of this org is the jury. And with that, the jury is going to start tonight. Mark, I'll ask this question towards Mark. Have you considered that the people you are voting out are going to jury? And how do you maintain jury management with still trying to get further in the game? What's your thoughts on jury management?
It's hard because you have to make sure you don't sort of earn your previous alliances and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with this first merge vote, you could either consider it a crazy vote, you can consider it an easy vote, although I don't imagine this being an easy vote for anyone. I imagine you're all feeling in some type of trouble besides Chris. I'll ask Diane, what is your vote based on tonight? Is it getting out social threats? Is it about physical threats? What is your vote based on tonight?
My vote is based on who's been honest with me moving forward, and I appreciate. I love playing this game. It's not my first game that I played in, and I made wonderful friends. I play loyal and honest, and I'm not going to change the way that I play, and I'll continue on playing this way. So my vote is being honest with people. Own up your game. What do you do?
Okay. I'll ask the next question for Miranda. I know you guys have gone through a lot of tribe swaps, and you have to consider like the people you've played with and the people you started off this game with. For this tribal, for the first merge vote, will we be seeing OG Vikings against OG Rats, or is it just anybody's game right now?
I think it's anybody's game right now. I think there's all kinds of deals and people throwing people under the bus. I think it is going to be wild, and I don't know what to expect. I don't think it's going to be tribal. I mean, I would love it to be tribal, since we have 7 Vikings and there's only 5 rats. I think it'd be smart for the Vikings to stick together, but there's been so much he said, she said going on that I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so I saw a comment here by Chris. Chris wants to say something. Chris, I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, so your question was simply, is it Rats versus Vikings? And I think the answer to that is no. But I feel like the vote will go down that way tonight. I think a Rat is going to go home, but I don't think it's Rats versus Vikings. I think there's a lot of intermingling, especially since the swap happened. And it seems like that if you make a deal with people you swapped with, they're going to use it against you the moment they can and start throwing you under the bus. So, what I think people should do is not consider Vikings versus Rats in tribal terms and start thinking, who's the real rat on our tribe who keeps giving info to everybody and keep throwing everybody under the bus? And I'm just going to stop there.
Okay. So I'll ask, where's Amy on my screen? Can't find Amy. Okay.
Amy isn't here, I don't think.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Well, sorry. Okay, I'll ask this question towards Jared. Jared, you guys have gone through tribe swap, and then you have to again consider the tribe you started off with. You could or could not consider that, but I know like some people have taken it into consideration. What is your thoughts on sticking with tribe relationships versus tribe swap relationships versus starting a whole new game for yourself? Is this like a clean slate for everybody? It's just everyone go for the medal. We all here playing to win. Like tribe relationships don't matter. You got to play for yourself. What is your thoughts?
Well, honestly, I'm just trying to vote tonight to keep myself safe. As many of you might have noticed, I've elected to do tribal on the toilet because I think I'm having a shitty time tonight. But yeah, I've talked to Vikings, I've talked to Rats, there are some people who I've not even talked to until like an hour ago. There are people like, who reached out to me on day one. Like I have people like from every stage of the game that have basically, talked to me, and based on the information I was given and like from the people I trust versus the new people and like my reads on them, like that's going to determine what I do tonight. But honestly, like I heard my name and like I'm really sus right now. This sucks. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, understandable. I'll ask this next question towards Jeffy. Jeffy, you can have a plan in place, right? Like I know there's been a lot of scrambling, probably a lot of names going through people's minds, but it only takes one idol or one advantage for that to blow things up. Have you considered taking into account the idols and advantages that could be played tonight? What are your thoughts on idols or advantages that could potentially be played?
Of course, I always think that idols or advantages can be played. I wouldn't surprise me tonight if an idol or advantage was whipped out, especially, this is the first vote at the new merged tribe. So I mean, anything can happen. I certainly wish I had an idol so I could play it. I do not have an idol, but I wish. So I mean, anything can happen tonight, but I expect something to probably be pulled out, maybe just because it's the first tribal of the merge, so I kind of expect something to be used, but maybe not.
Okay. This next question will go towards Travis. Travis, the first merge vote can be very telling. It can be a way of telling things like sending a signal to people. Do you think that this merge vote could be very telling? Like it's going to send a signal to someone or more than one person? What do you think?
I'm honestly very confused. I don't know what's going on. All morning it's been changing nonstop. So, I mean, it could be very telling, but hopefully everybody was honest and went with what they were saying. But I honestly have no clue. I don't know what's going on tonight. I just hope it's not me. And that's all I can really say to that.
Okay. So it seems like a lot of honesty versus deception versus what's about to happen and if people are telling the truth to you. So I'll go to Rian next. Rian, I know like being in a different country can be very difficult, very different time zones and very different way of managing things. I'm also from South Africa, so I don't know how that feels. So being from a different time zone and from a different country, how do you still manage to keep up relationships with other people, to know where things are going and to still have the time to, know what's going on in the game and still be able to move forward with the people you said you're going to move forward with?
With me, especially finding the connections with people. I know that the US, they are waking up like after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's time that I normally get responding on my messages, and then I'll normally make connections and I take my connections that I do have with them and I move forward with them. It's also about being honest, like Diana said. In this game, it's all about being honest and obviously making sure that your name doesn't get mentioned in the game, and make sure that you have that connection and that friendships, all that alliances to take you further within the game.
No, for sure. Okay, with that, I'm gonna send this last question to Joey. Joey, what are you hoping to see for this merge tribe after this? Regardless, if things could be the way Chris it says it could be tonight, Rat may be going. Do you think it's gonna be that way the whole time? It's gonna be the Vikings are gonna pick off the Rats, or do you think something else is differently throughout the game?
Frankly, I don't know, because after today, it's been chaotic. This, like everyone else said, names been thrown around here and there. It's hard to tell who's going to vote who. So simply put, after this tribe, we're hoping to see the tribe move forward as less chaos, more trusting people if they're in alliances or not. I just hope to see less chaos.
Okay. Okay, with that, it's time to see where that honesty and deception will get one of you, because one of you is going to end up on the jury. But before we do that, I've got a message. Chris has another thing to say. Go ahead, Chris.
If we're talking about honesty as a tribe, let's be honest. Right now, I think the vote is split between Jeffy and Casey, and I don't think either of them should be going home. My vote tonight is going to be against Miranda. Miranda is the one telling all of my plans to everybody else, and she's the middle person. And quite frankly, she fooled me. And from what I hear from other people, she's fooled them as well. So I'm going to vote for Miranda. And I mean, Miranda, I wanted to work with you, and I was fully honest with you.
You've been lying to me the whole time, Chris.
How?
You told me today that there's two people that don't have votes. You said that they were pulling a fast one on you. You've also told me that 6 days ago. And you're trying to tell me that that's new information and trying to pull one over on me. You've been lying to me.
No, I've told you since the start I knew that Casey didn't have a vote. Jeffy was the one who didn't tell me he didn't have a vote. I thought Jeffy had a vote, and I was under that impression the whole time until today.
That's a lie.
That's not what you told me. That's a lie. You told both Travis and I back on New Rats that Jeffy and Casey did not have their votes. You told us that 6-7 days ago, or however long ago we had that swap.
I told you Casey didn't have a vote. I was unaware that Jeffy didn't have a vote.
You're lying, Chris.
Lie.
And you're trying to throw me under the bus, and I'm not okay with that. You're the one that's been lying. You're the one that's been sharing all these lies and trying to throw other people under the bus to further your game.
I wanted to work as a we game, and you know that.
You said that to me as well, and then you tried to blind me on the New Rats tribe.
Well, Travis, that was because you were the last one I spoke to. I had my deal with Jeffy, and I had my deal with Miranda, and us three were going to work together.
And you have deals with Allie, and you have deals with Mark, and who else do you have deals with? You have deals with everybody, and you're trying to throw me under the bus.
I told everybody since pretty much day one, Allie is my go-to. So that, I don't know why people are surprised to hear that. But what was, I'm sorry, I missed that second part.
You've been
You
throwing me under the bus to
No, you
further
said
your
Allie.
game. You've been lying.
You said Allie and then someone else.
Mark,
How could I have made a deal with Mark if I didn't talk to him until today? Or yes, or whenever the merge happened. Like I have not had a chance to talk to Mark. So if I magically had this deal with Mark, I don't know how it came to be because I never talked to him until the merge. So
you said you wanted to work with him. You said you were good with him. You wanted us to work with him.
well, I told you that because based on the tribal information, I never said I had a deal with him. I told you I was like in the tribal chat, like the what do you call them, the challenge chat, where you can talk to people. I said he seems like a cool guy. He could be someone we could work with. I never said I had a deal with him. So
He said, she said, and you're throwing me under the bus because you have immunity and you can't get voted out.
But they just admitted that you have deals with everybody in this game.
Well, I don't have deals with everybody in this game because there's still some people I haven't talked to. And they know that. So, I mean, all of a sudden I've become public enemy number one when I don't think I am. So I'm glad I have my immunity, but I think people should vote for Miranda.
Okay, I don't even think I need to host in half of this tribal, but okay. Let's see where all this honesty and deception and relationships end to, because it is time to get to that 5-minute voting period. You guys have 5 minutes, whether you want to keep it locked or change them, just let us know, and then we'll come back here, vote out somebody.
Go ahead and vote.
Do we leave the Zoom, vote, and come back, or do we just stay in the Zoom the whole time?
Just stay in Zoom. Yeah, I'll get the votes out. Yeah. All right, we are back. I'll just wait for a couple other people to come on in. Okay. All right. Kyle and Holly, are you guys ready?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Sorry, I'm here.
Okay.
I was just muted.
All right. If anybody would like to play a hidden immunity idol tonight, now would be the time to do so.
Why not? Jeffy.
What was that, Chris?
Playing it for Jeffy.
Gotcha. So this is in fact a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Jeffy will not count. Any others? Good. All right. First vote. No vote. No vote. Third vote. Allie. Next vote. Casey. That's one vote Allie, one vote Casey. Next vote. Casey. That's two votes Casey, one vote Allie. Next vote. Miranda. That's one vote Miranda, two votes Casey, one vote Allie. Next vote. Miranda. We are tied. Two votes Miranda, two votes Casey, one vote Allie. Next vote. Casey. That's three votes Casey, two votes Miranda, one vote Allie. Next vote. Allie. That's two votes Allie, two votes Miranda, three votes Casey. Next vote. Allie. We are tied. Three votes Allie, three votes Casey, two votes Miranda. Next vote. Casey. That's four votes Casey, three votes Allie, two votes Miranda, one vote left. And the first person of our bitter jury member will be Casey. Casey, 5 votes is enough tonight. I know you're not here, so we'll spiritually grab your torch, snuff it, and you may proceed in. You may proceed in silence. With that being said, it seems like y'all are all over the place still, and I don't know where any lines are formed when it comes to tribe lines or alliance lines. I hope you guys can get your act together soon, because next couple of weeks are going to be a rough one for y'all if you can. So with that being said, have a good rest of the night, everyone, and we will be dropping Tree Mill shortly.
Night,
Good
guys.
night, everyone.
Later, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Bye, all.